Good, whatever time of the day it is you happen to be listening. This is the PNA Podcast Express, P&A Podcast Express. But if you want to email us, it is the pineapple-nipple-arsehole@gmail.com or PNA Podcast Express @gmail.com. I am Adam Filkins. With me, as always, is the P in the PNA Podcast Express, Phil Nickel.
Oh, wow. That's quite an introduction right there.
That was good, wasn't it?
That was stellar. So what's happening? I feel like we've been recording a lot of podcasts lately.
We've got a few hours under our belt.
Not a lot, just a lot of hours.
So, coming up Saturday,
in a world,
October 2nd,
in a world where I don't suck.
In a world where podcasts can go on forever.
Infinite podcast.
So,
October 2nd, it's going to be our live 100th episode extravaganza. Tuscola Palooza.
Extravaganza-thon.
Extravaganza-thon, you see?
Extravaganza-thon.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what they tell us.
October 2nd, so we need to start advertising. That's only a couple weeks away.
Yeah, that's a little over 2 weeks away.
Oh, I'm tired already. Nah, I'm not. I'll be ready to go. We're going to wind it up.
I don't know how we keep the pace up we do.
It's torrid, man. We fucking just roll your boat.
It must be all the money and the bitches.
Yes. And snorting blow off of hookers' asses.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite hobbies.
Of which we have neither.
No hookers nor blow.
No. No hookers that blow.
It's rails? Is it it's rails?
Rails, you say?
Rails. Oh man, Tuscola Palooza. So what's going to be the the order of things here? When are we going to release the episode that I'm currently talking on about?
This will
recording?
probably be out Saturday after the marathon episode we did with the guys from OGR, and then the marathon quick trip that we did with the guys from OGR.
Oh shit! So this is a special Saturday bonus content.
They get bonus content because we wanted to bump up the 100th episode, and we want it to be the 100th episode
for good reason. That weekend works better for a lot of people, and October 2nd. Holy Christ, 100 episodes.
Yeah,
we're already in the 90s. This has got to be like 95 or 96 or some shit.
No.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
We'd be in trouble if it was like that.
Oh shit.
If that was where we be. But I will tell you in just a moment. As I look at the...
as he looks up the statistics.
I'm looking in the calculatron.
The calculatron. Bleep, bleep, blorp.
This will be... Well, yeah, this will be episode 94.
Oh, wow.
So this week we will have had episodes 92, 93, and 94. Next week, 95, 96, 97.
Oh, wow.
And then we'll be ready to rock and roll.
99, and then 100 on October 2nd.
100!
It's crazy to think about because we've got 100 episodes. It's fucking crazy. You don't like the way that tastes? Do you want to switch back to Bud Light?
I don't know that I want to switch back to Bud Light, but this is kind of... Yeah.
We're coming to you from the Silver Tavern, as always. Something happened last night. I had an unfortunate incident. I drank all the PBR.
Son of a bitch.
I'm paying for it today. I don't feel very good today, and I had to be cognizant and aware and worth the fuck today. And let's just... I was about 80% of the way there. I was maybe, if you take a total fuck, I was worth maybe 80% of it.
So what is this again?
This is Labatt Blue, stupid Canadian beer.
It's got like a
tang to it,
oak taste. I would call it.
It's oaky.
Like
it's oaky.
If you the only beer aged in oak barrels, but not in a good way.
But not a good. It's all we had.
It was carried here by St. Bernard's in their little cask.
We drank all the hot chocolate and replaced it with beer.
Oh, I was always under the impression that it was like booze that they had. There.
That would be even better.
Yeah.
So those St. Bernards bringing you booze.
What they need is McGillicuddy's butter shots.
Yeah, I think so. That'd be good. McGillicuddy's butter. That's some good shit right there.
It is.
Diabetes. Oh, man, my headache's finally starting to go away. I've taken aspirin. I've taken ibuprofen. Drank a butt ton of water today.
His blood's so thin he's sweating blood.
Yeah.
It's just coming out his pores.
Run for the hills.
Well, I read you shouldn't take a whole bunch of Tylenol, so I just shotgunned a whole bottle of aspirin.
And then I got a huge erection.
Lasted more than 4 hours.
Still going.
And counting.
Tie the tether ball to the top of it.
I lay on my back, I'm taller.
I've been pitching a tent for so long that Barnum and Bailey moved in. Oh, no. So how was your weekend?
Yeah, it was actually pretty nice. I had a bunch of stuff that went on yesterday. We had our coaches meeting for the Greater Thumb Conference Wrestling.
Nice.
Which was, it's always fun. They're a bunch of jackasses. So it's fun to get together with them.
We love jackasses.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I enjoy them. They would be offended if I called them anything better.
Yeah, I've been called worse by better.
Yes. So you had that. Had our ham radio meeting same day. Worked on a car a little bit. Got to replace the transmission cooler on a vehicle. Not a big deal. So yeah, I mean, overall a pretty good weekend. Saturday went out to Biagio's in Kingston and ate. So good. Foodgasm. Yeah.
Sploosh.
It was really, really good.
Sploosh, but with semen. So, that's awesome. I hung out with the kid. Well, I did a game on Friday night, a crazy-ass game, because there was 130 total points scored, broadcasting for TTS. And Saturday morning, I did Sportsline on 660 AM, 95.3 WMIC. Or is it 90? What is it, 95.3? Is that the frequency? I don't know. I'm terrible. And then went out to the campground with the kiddos and my mom and her husband's campsite for Saturday. And Sunday, I took the boy out driving for a little bit and then watched the Lions, of course, suck a dick. Which
they did.
Want to do. That's what they. That's just what they do. It's the mere existence of what they are.
Yeah, it's...
So last Thursday, I went down. I had to go down to Ann Arbor for work. And I was by myself. So on the way back, I tuned into one of the PNA podcasts.
Do tell.
On the old YouTuber. And so those two jackasses, this will come as no surprise. I have some background info on them.
Okay.
They were both homeschooled. They both are off to college, but they claim they're in a gap year. They both called it a gap year.
So
where they're taking a year off and then going to college because, life is so tough as an 18-year-old.
So technically they're smarter than us, statistically.
Because they're homeschooled?
Yeah.
I don't buy it. But, okay, yeah, probably.
I also read that one of them got in trouble banging a teacher.
Really? His mom?
Yeah.
She looked so good vacuuming in her robe.
When she got that Roomba, she didn't have anything else to do.
And I did pick out that some of the vocal patterns are imitations you and I could actually do. I think if we listened enough, we could do their voices pretty stellar.
Yeah, so Mondays...
If that is your name.
Yes.
And I can't pick out what the one with the P, what his name is, though. It's something weird. Like Percival or something shit. It's a weird name.
That would make sense, Percival.
Yeah.
Evil.
He says it weird, though. It's like, and he has, and so they're in a gap year. One of them is going to college. He's going to music school because he wants to learn all about music.
Good thing it's not broadcasting.
Because he's a musician. And,
yeah.
He decided that So,
Mom, can you turn off the Roomba? I'm practicing.
Right. And the other one doesn't. He thinks he might study business or something. They're just two aimless fucks that are in a basement somewhere. They're 18 years old on a gap year because life is so tough. I was home, and I met him. We ran in some of the same circles, and I think the first time, we were like 11, and we really didn't talk a whole lot. And then, when we were like 15, we were at an event and for homeschool kids, and
yes,
and we just we talked some there, but we still didn't become the iteration of friends that we are today.
And I think we're calling this the PNA podcast.
But then when we were like 17, we met at an event in the summer, and we decided we were very like-minded. Like-minded in that neither one of us were ever going to talk to a girl. And we decided that since we're straight edge and we don't do drugs or alcohol, or we're going to be virgins until we marry a guy that will...
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we decided to do a podcast, and we hope you enjoy it. We think
what we bring you.
We think it's quite good. We
think
yes. we think we fill the air in the time slot very well.
Monday mornings at 7:30, right after Mom runs the Roomba.
When I did an analysis of all the podcasts and when they are released, 7:30 on Mondays is a very underserved market.
Yes.
Just because I of the 11,000 podcasts that get released on a weekly basis, there's only 3 of them that are on 7:30 Eastern time on Monday morning.
Yes.
So we're trying to get that audience.
So let us know.
Sorry we're late. We know we've missed our last 3 deadlines, and it's been 4 weeks since our last submission.
The 5 people who listened to the last one, which I have the Roomba set to automatically pull up an episode while it vacuums, and then my mom, and then me 3 times. I don't even think that Percival listened to the podcast this week.
I don't think so either. And I told him we needed some edits, and he wasn't. He said we don't edit. We never edit.
He said I'm just going to cut the whole damn thing.
Just, you know what? I'm tired of your attitude and what you're trying to do. So,
yes. All right. We probably beat that one to death.
If you don't straighten up, I'm going to get my buddy Steve, and we'll be the S&A podcast.
How do you know you're not Percival?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I am anymore.
I've lost my identity and my will to live.
I purchased LifeLock, and I still don't know who I am.
It's a mystery to everyone.
So anyway, over the past couple days, at some point I got drunk.
Really?
And I went on them internets. I got drunk and I went on them internets. And here's my train of thought. And here's my notes from my train of thought. So yearly, serial killers murder between 70 to 180 people yearly worldwide, serial killers. So that got me thinking, 70 to 80, that doesn't sound like much. So let's compare that to something else. So yearly in Africa, hippopotamuses are responsible for the death of 29,000 people yearly. Hippos kill 29,000 people every year. Get this, falling out of bed, just in the United States, just falling out of bed kills 450 people annually on average. Falling out of bed. Fork truck-related deaths, OSHA reports 85 annually. Fork truck-related deaths.
Not just injuries, but
and
death.
And get this, in Russia, You don't kill icicle. Icicle kill you. 100 people annually are killed by icicles in Russia. And then, so I get a wild hair up my ass, and I say to myself, well, you know, when I was growing up, TV always had an instance of someone getting trapped in quicksand, and it was scary as fuck. So you always thought quicksand was going to be a bigger problem than it is.
Yes.
So I looked up deaths annually via quicksand, and I shit you not, it says this. There are no statistics because no one truly knows what deaths are caused by quicksand. And I thought to myself, how? Someone has to know. Someone has to witness. But then I figured to myself, if you're watching somebody die in quicksand and don't help them, you're probably a dick.
Well, yeah.
Which is why no one would report it, because you just sunk in quicksand and drowned, and maybe those aren't the bodies they don't find. So what if quicksand is responsible for half of these missing people that are out there and unaccounted for? And they just died, and we don't have those statistics. Like, aren't these statistics you would want?
Yes.
So the internet failed me, and I tried wording it every which way. I'm like, how many people die every year via quicksand, and is quicksand really as deadly as it's made out to be? And you know, there's not a lot of information out there about quicksand besides what's portrayed in Hollywood and on Scooby-Doo cartoons.
So you've sucker speared out at the golf course.
Yes.
Have you ever fallen in any quicksand there?
No.
I have. Like, multiple times.
Yeah, how did it make you feel?
Well, it wasn't very deep, so that was a thing.
Right.
But it did suck to get out of.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's quicksand. It's sucking you in. It's literally...
Yeah, but, like, my feet were on solid ground.
Right.
Like, the whole... And they were not, like... You picture quicksand, they show you on TV, you know, the cartoons, they fall into, like, this massive pit. And
pit of despair.
Yeah, but it was really soupy, and it's all over along the creek there, I guess.
So
But like, it was not... I had to, like, go fishing for a boot
right
afterwards.
So if you have any interesting statistics and for interesting ways to die, just email them to us at pineapplenipplearsehole@gmail.com. The most interesting I felt were the hippo's one I've heard before. That's unoriginal. But falling out of bed and the icicles in Russia, and then the fork trucks. I mean, fork trucks are dangerous.
Yeah.
But have you seen some of the jackasses in some of these places we let drive these things?
Oh, yeah.
That's why it's dangerous.
Hell yeah. Because, I mean, let's face it, of all the things that you could do that could kill somebody, fork truck is probably one of the easiest things to get a permit for.
Oh, by far and away, man. You've just got some Joe Schmo supervisor who's the champion of training people on fork trucks. Says, can you drive this thing? Sure. All right, here's how you back it up. Here's how you lift. Always keep the forks low. Blah, blah, blah. Be aware of your surroundings. Oh, yeah! Pats in the ass and off you go, right? That's it.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean,
like, you now have your fork truck license.
What else? I mean, really, what else would you do?
I don't know. I mean, it's just a huge counterweight being swung around at high speeds. I actually saw two fork trucks collide once at a place I was at, a powder coating place. It was down in the Metro Detroit area, and these dudes would just fly on these fork trucks, and one came around the corner and didn't see the other one, and kabang!
Yeah, I can't imagine that's a very great collision either.
Oh, it made a awesome noise though.
Oh, I would imagine that would, but I mean, man, we had a fork truck at my business, and that thing was serious shit. Like, we tried to load it on a trailer, and that didn't go well.
People don't understand how heavy a fork truck is.
Yeah, like, I knew they were heavy, but, like, crashed through the floor of the trailer heavy with a couple of the tires.
Oh, shit.
I did not expect that.
Ugh, that's gross, yeah. Well, that's fun.
So, you know, there was that.
There's that. So that was me. Apparently, I just wanted to see how people die, and on average, what I should be irrationally afraid of.
Well, I'm afraid of pretty much everything.
Right.
Like, sometimes I look in here at some of the cutouts and mirrors and things and think that could crash, the glass could shatter, and it could...
Like Final Destination shit.
Yeah. And then, like, I look at some of the cardboard cutouts, and it's like, I bet that would give you a nasty paper cut, which could get infected.
Yeah.
And then kill me.
Could you imagine if you got a paper cut and it got infected and you got gangrene and died? What a way to go. What did he die from? Paper cut. I mean, there's no good way to make yourself look... there's not a positive spin you can put on that one. If you're a PR person.
No. That would pretty much suck.
Oh, hardcore. What did he die from?
So let's talk a little bit more about this this live show. October 2nd.
You were tapping away over there, so I figured you were up to something.
Well, I was actually getting tomorrow's episode ready to launch for tomorrow.
Buzzing.
Because I had an idea in my head, and so I had to put it down.
So you had to enact upon it. Now, the live show, October 2nd. It's going to be good, folks. I think... Let's check our calendar to make sure that there's no, weird holiday that day, because if there would, that'd be great. There isn't. Come on, not even the wacky Canadians could have something crazy that day, I don't know, Foot Up Ass Day or something. But no, they failed us.
Reboxing Day, where everybody wears Reeboks.
Reeboks Day, where everybody wears Reeboks. Oh, shit. Remember LA Gears?
Oh, yeah. Remember kangaroos with the pouch in them?
Fuck yeah.
They need to bring that back.
Those were the shit. The fuck is that a Kardashian? Oh, it's the fucking... Talking about the MTV music... MTV VMAs. Lame.
So I'm going to look up European holidays.
Oh, European holidays. Celebrate. Holiday. Europe has to have some pretty fucking crazy-ass holidays, I would think.
The European Union 2000... Oh, what the hell?
What the hell? What the hell is going on?
Oh, how was your concert?
I didn't go. It's actually tomorrow night, but I'm not going. It's a long story.
Well, I was talking about the corn one you went to, because I don't think we discussed that too much.
Oh, shit, we didn't. That was badass. I mean, it was everything I had hoped for. Aaron Lewis was cranky, and Jonathan Davis was just recovering from COVID, so he had this big throne on the stage, and he looked all frail and shit. The band was tight. They sounded good. It was nice to be in a crowd of people like that again. It was awesome. I mean, the energy at Pine Knob was badass. Yes, I called it Pine Knob.
Yeah. Yep.
We don't call it the BTE.
BTE.
So it was good. That one was good. It was a fun show. I'm supposed to go to see Clutch tomorrow night, but let's just say don't ever get married, kids. You'll probably have to deal with an ex-wife at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no fun.
That's why I told you. Mary and I are paces.
That's right. That's the way to go, man.
Winner takes all. Winner takes all.
That is the way to go. That's it.
I don't know how I feel about this holiday.
All right.
But Saturday, October 2nd, is German Unity Day. And I'm not sure that's a great thing.
Unity! What are the Germans uniting?
Well, they were united right before World War II.
Yeah. They were very united.
Let's go live on the scene to Anne Frank to see what she thinks about German Unity Day.
Anne Frank, what say you? I love it. Wow.
Oh, wait. 0 stars, would not recommend.
Anne Frank said if not for the German people, no one would know her name.
That is true. Although, there'd probably be another famous Anne Frank somewhere along the way. Karma's going to bring that name. I mean, Anne Frank.
Yeah, of course. Anne Frank, she was destined for greatness until the Germans put the kibosh on that one.
German Unity Day commemorates the reunification of Germany in 1990. Following Germany's defeat in World War II, one nation was split into zones controlled by Allied winners.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. Right?
Yes.
Remember what? It was West and East Berlin, Germany, West and East Germany. Did they even go to the Olympics as separate countries for a lot of years there?
I don't know if East Germany was allowed to go.
I don't think they were.
I mean, they were Soviet-controlled, so if they had anybody good there, they were going to use them as a Soviet.
That's right. You play for Russia, avoid the icicles.
You good with hockey stick. You play for Mother Russia.
Your name now, Igor.
Still, watch out for icicles.
Still, watch out for icicles. Last year had 103 deaths. Can you imagine have a fucking icicle just whop, and that was how things ended for you?
You get up to the pearly gates or whatever, you'd be like, really? 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 Can't I get a do-over?
Fucking icicle. Oh, man.
Yeah. But, I suppose, I don't know if there's a worse way to go.
I've thought about this and death a lot because, humans are just enamored with it because death comes for all of us. Life ends the same for every single one of us. And a bad way to die, I mean, one of the most horrifying is probably being buried alive.
Yeah, or trapped under ice.
Yeah, or trapped on... Yeah. They say drowning's not very fun.
Holy shit.
What?
Well, I don't know if this is the United States. That's a statistic from the World Health Organization.
Who?
WHO. Yes.
Who? Who?
Let's see what the BBC has to say.
Man, I like the BBC.
We know you do. So I'm curious at how many people die due to lava?
Lava. Go on.
Lava. So
lava. Well, if you had that lava soap, I'd get all the blood off, and I wouldn't have to mess up all the towels. Come on, man.
Yeah. So approximately every year, about 60 volcanoes erupt worldwide.
Okay, go on. So 60 volcanoes erupt worldwide every year. Some of them on a grand scale.
Since the year 2000, and this was written in 2018. So over 18 years, approximately 2,000 people died due to volcanic lava.
That's got to suck to go like that, too.
Oh, I know. Wouldn't that just be the worst? Because it's not going to be fast.
No.
But, like, you're going to get your leg trapped in it, and then it's slowly going to burn up. Just imagine when that hits your balls.
Ay chihuahua. Ay chihuahua.
So, you think going into a cold pool is bad?
Imagine lava balls.
Yeah, imagine lava balls. 800 million people live within 100 kilometers of an active volcano.
Go on. 100 kilometers, huh?
And of those 800 million, approximately 200 million are in Indonesia.
Wait a minute. Say that stat again.
Of the 800 million people that live within 100 kilometers of an active volcano, approximately 200 million of those are in Indonesia.
A quarter of them are in Indonesia.
That is correct.
That's fucking insane. Is that why Indonesians are so crazy? Because their life could be cut short by lava to the balls at any point.
Over the last 500 years, it is estimated that volcanoes are responsible for over 120,000 deaths.
So maybe we should be more afraid of volcanoes than we are of quicksand.
Well, that was a pretty big thing when we were kids, too. Volcanic lava was, floor is lava shit.
The flow is lava. Yes.
Floor is lava, bitch.
Boomity, boomity, boom.
So, yeah.
I mean, everybody talks about Pompeii and all the shit they find from when, Mount Vesuvius just decimated everything.
Yeah.
Like those fucking skulls they find doing weird things, like the couple that are interlocked because they were fucking while the volcano went off and
yep.
scorched alive while that happened.
They might have Yeah.
That's what, I don't take any chances. Like, I remember when the world was supposed to end in the year 2000 for Y2K.
Yep.
So that's what, when the clock struck midnight, I was balls deep in my girlfriend because I said, if this is going to be it, then this might as well be it.
Well, same thing in like 2012.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to be what, December 12th?
Yeah.
Or something like that, or 22nd or something. So our Christmas cards that year were me and the boys dressed up as Mayans, like in full like grass masks and makeup and shit.
I love that so much.
And then it said, "Open your presents" the day before it was supposed to end.
Nice.
And Merry Christmas. So it was pretty great.
The Mayan cockpocalypse.
Yes. So unfortunately, if anybody did listen to us and open their presents early, you were disappointed on Christmas Day. Because you made it.
But isn't everybody disappointed on Christmas Day?
I'm usually not.
Really?
Yeah.
See, every Christmas, but to be fair, I'm a miserable cunt. I've established
You
this
are.
before.
You are.
Nothing in life really brings me joy, and that's
You got us Labatt Blue.
it doesn't bring me joy.
No.
So, yeah, I was watching Abbott Costello the other day.
Nice.
The other day. Yeah, not much in. I need to work on this. Even somebody said that at work. They're like, "You seem like a happy guy, but you're not really happy, are you?" I'm like, "No, not even close." They're like, "What brings you joy?" And I said, "Death." And they're like, "Other people? No."
Huh.
Yes.
So, there is another statistic out there
Go on.
that is, I don't see an actual statistic, but they are tracking this. Here's an actual statistic. Death during consensual sex only accounts for approximately 0.6% of all sudden deaths.
Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. So, consensual. So, what about non-consensual?
You mean like the type that anybody has with you?
Yeah, because I never say yes.
Let's see.
Gay!
That's probably a higher rate.
Do.
Has anybody ever died from farting too much?
I don't know. But we will find out in a minute.
I made a big crock pot full of ham and bean soup yesterday. And last night I came down to the tavern here to support the place. We'll call it that, support the place. And I got home and I ate 2 huge-ass bowls of it. Trust me, you did not want to follow me around today at work. It was bad. I freaked myself out. I got in bed, I stretched, and I farted. And I had to leave the room. Like, I appalled myself. The cat just looked at me like, "What the fuck, dude? I thought we had an agreement."
There's not a lot of statistics on non-consensual sex death.
Oh, shit. That shit gets redacted, man. They don't want you to know.
Okay, I just found what might be the greatest article ever.
All right, go on.
The title of the article
Tell
is
us more.
A Handy Guide to Death by Masturbation.
Oh, shit! You can kill yourself by jerking off too much?
Apparently.
All right.
Apparently nobody ever met 14-year-old me.
That's right. Holy shit, I know, right?
That kid's a stone-cold killer.
Shocked he's not blind.
So with a title like that and absolutely no... They have a few...
So it's all sizzle and no steak?
Yeah.
All sizzle and no steak. That's a gear grind for me. All sizzle and no steak.
In 2012, a Chinese university student wrote a paper called Death by Wank.
Death by Wank.
obviously he misspelled Wang, and he was writing a Chinese murder mystery.
He says, "That's by Wang."
A wink. A wink-a-chung. A 16-year-old boy died after masturbating 42 times without stopping.
So wait a minute, without stopping, like he just kept like one after another rapid fire.
Yep.
And who counted?
Well, he counted to 42.
What if his poor soul, wherever it is, says it was 47? I couldn't count the last 5.
His mom was sitting there with like one of those umpire clickers.
Take 1, take 2,
so
take 3.
In Australia,
Yeah.
approximately 100 people die from masturbation every year.
No, wait. So is it from the act of masturbating, or is it because of what's going on around? Because I've heard of people like jerking it while they're driving and like crashing and dying. Would that count as that statistic?
According to a German study, 100 people pass away from risky moves involved in rubbing one off every year.
Okay. Like if you're on something like really tall, like a wind turbine or something, and you decide to jerk off on the top of it and lose your footing. And
it is found that for every 1 million Germans, there are 1 or 2 cases where dangerous props are used.
That's it for everyone. I would guess Germany. You got to amp those numbers up. I would have guessed probably for every one. I would have guessed more like 1 or 2 for every 1,000 with as kinky as the Germans are. Really, that number astounds me that it's so low.
Yeah, it does me too.
Like, I would think Germans are all about shoving large things where large things shouldn't go.
There is a case of a man who shocked himself to death by clamping Christmas tree lights to his nipples.
That sounds like a good idea. Oh, man. Were the lights still going when they found him?
That's I hope so. To know. I hope they were flashing.
It was... Oh, there was its annoying pattern of that flash. You know, the old school... I mean, think of how shitty lights used to be for Christmas lights. When you used to have to put that clear bulb with the little red tip in there and it would make them all flash. And you could piss somebody off. Like, I used to carry a handful of those around with me and put them in people's random Christmas lights just to piss them off. Because then you've got that one strand that's flashing and the rest aren't. Now you can just program it all right from your phone LEDs and ippy-dippy-doo-dang. I don't know, click it, internet, all the fingertips.
Ding, 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 ding. Man almost died from masturbating. His orgasm triggered a stroke.
I worry about that.
But I think it was the stroke triggering the
orgasm. Yes. Episode 2 drink. That's funny.
It is.
So it was stroke via stroke.
Stroke man, stroke man. You look like you feel a little rough today.
I feel like I got drug out of a knothole ass backwards.
I don't ass knothole backwards.
Yeah. Oh, with one of those 2 million Germans at like extreme. One of those two out of those, or 1 out of those 1 million Germans that like extreme props when they masturbate. Fucking had their way with me yesterday.
Yeah. I bet you those props involve a lot of latex.
I think so. I mean,
Scheiße.
I've seen somebody like take one of those little handheld tasers to their ball sack while they're jerking off.
Yeah,
that'd be some sort of thrill. I don't know if it'd be good, but it'd be a thrill.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's kind of like random things. People are like, I've had people say shit like, well, don't do that. I've heard that'll cause you to go sterile. And I'm like, I don't want to have any more kids anyway, so why is that a threat? I thought about this, too. You know, one of the big things when I was young about not, like, because I used to be into, you know, sports and lifted a lot of weights and things like that, worked out, which you never know the end product now. But we were so deathly afraid of steroids because they said, oh, your balls are going to shrivel up. And now I'm like, that seems like a benefit to me. I mean, what am I going to do with them at this point anyway? Like, it's doing me a service. If it's like chemical castration.
Yeah.
I don't want to have any more kids, and I don't think the world wants me to have any more kids, honestly.
No, I think that goes for most people.
Yeah.
I think if you've got a couple out there, you're good.
So I said to myself...
Nobody needs another Duggar.
So I said to myself, why don't I just do steroids now and start working out, right? Do you see any downside to this?
No.
I mean, at my age, it might raise hell with my ligaments and cartilage and shit, but who cares? I'm probably going to be in a wheelchair at some point anyway.
Yeah. Mine will be a cool one. I hope.
Yeah. Back it up, Terry. Put it in reverse. I need to lose weight.
Oh, you know,
at some point I'd like a female to find me attractive, and you know, I had this random thought the other day. So I don't get people with lots of tattoos. I'm trying to put myself in the mindset of where they come from. Like, for me, a tattoo has to have, one, a lot of meaning, and for two, great art, like some fantastic tattoos. I don't feel that given that I've seen myself in a mirror before with no clothes on, I'm not a good canvas for fine art. So I think I would be besmirching the tattoo artist by having them put some of their fine art on a terrible canvas that is my body, if that makes any sense. I thought about this a lot the other day.
that's a little scary.
Why is that a little scary?
It is. I think most people would find that a little scary.
That I thought of
you
that?
thinking of anything a lot.
Oh, but. True. Well, I get the
I'll
culture.
be honest, I read something that I need to talk about, and it totally distracted me from what you were saying. So.
Oh, you weren't listening to my rant about my body's a terrible canvas for art?
Oh, okay, that's where you went with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I would say the same.
Like, I would feel sorry. Like, when an artist is an amazing artist and does great tattoo work, like, you want it to be on an attractive person, I feel like, because then, of course, people are going to notice even more. And let's face it, I mean, for some of them hoes, most of them hoes out there, I mean, it's low-hanging fruit is to ask them about their tattoos, because obviously if she has tattoos that are visible, she wants to talk about them. It's not fucking rocket science, guys. I mean, if you want to break the ice, I mean, how much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice. Talk about her tattoos. Just say, "Oh, I really like that." And all you have to. So here's the script.
And you don't have to really like it.
No, you can say, "Oh, I really like that," or "Oh, that's really nice," or compliment it like it has a lot of colors or vibrant. Wow, that's pretty, vibrant, colorful, unique. Those are the 4 words you can use. Any one of those 4, and then you say, "Wow, how long have you had that? Where did you get it done? Do you want to fuck?" That's it. That's the whole script.
Yep. And then, you know, you might not want to go to that last one if she's like, "Well, on my ankle, silly."
That's right. Uh-oh. Yeah. Where'd you have that done? It's on my forearm. Oh, you're not very bright, are you? I like that.
So obviously, the most common way to die masturbating is autoerotic asphyxiation.
I was going to say aneurysm.
87-year-old man found naked hanging by his belt.
David Carradine?
No. This is allegedly the oldest victim of autoerotic fatality
asphyxiation.
Ever reported. So then a man perforated his bowel, getting a vibrating dildo stuck in his anus. They actually put his name.
How violent was the action on that dildo, man? That vibrate. Actually, it'd just be a vibrator, not a dildo. I guess a vibrating dildo would be a big old dick-shaped vibrating thing. So yeah, it holds weight.
He died 5 years after losing it in his rectum.
Oh, so it was up there for a long time.
Yeah, and then it finally...
And the batteries kept going?
Finally perforated his anus.
Okay. And he bled to death.
Yeah.
So it was up there the whole time.
A man electrocutes penis and died. Not by how you would think. You know, you would think like, oh, I'm going to stick my penis in that light bulb socket or something like that. Nope. He actually bared the wires on a cord and tried to stick it on each side of his penis to give him a.
He tried to give his penis some roadside assistance.
Yes. Jumpstart that thing.
Kickstart my heart.
Hey, don't Don't feel bad, buddy. We've all been there. Man chokes to death on zucchini during afternoon bout of autoeroticism. Involves an underemployed 20-year-old man.
Lyndon, Bud Light this time. See, look at me. For you, Adam, I did that. I drank all the rest of that for you.
I know. Thank you, because I could not have.
Yeah.
Man dies of heart attack after attempting to get a blowjob from a vacuum cleaner.
It's the Roomba. It just flogs it with his little feelers.
Canadian man dies from incredibly complicated underwater self-pleasuring contraption.
It's used to jerk off whales.
Pretty much, yeah.
And he ended up trapped in it because if you've ever seen a whale's dick, it's the size of a human.
A British conservative politician found naked and dead with part of an orange in his mouth.
Wow. So, by the way, I'd like to point this out. If you've listened to the podcast with the OGR guys, I toss out a lot of random factoids, and 80% of them are actually correct and true.
Cookie, it's your job to figure out the 80%.
You got it.
A man was heartlessly killed by the tractor he fell in love with.
Was it the Miss Laura?
It was not. Boom! Gay!
So I bought some nice smelling candles from someone the other day because I like to support their art and side hustles, even though they don't support ours, because that's trying to be the bigger man.
Yeah.
And you know
not
what?
Really manly by buying candles, but still.
Have you...
Whoa!
Lyndon, we love you, Lyndon, but
whoa!
Don't ever do that again.
Settle down.
He just splooged all over the floor right beside us with beer head.
That looks really clear.
I bet the inside of a Lysol can is really fucking clean. So, no, the candles are good. I burn candles in my house because I want to,
No, I am the jackass that will go to Bath & Body Works and smell candles.
Let's face it. I don't, just because I live there alone and I'll die there alone, at least it should seem homey. What up, homie? So I want it to smell decent because, let's face it, most of what I do in my life doesn't smell good. It's just the nature of being a dude. We just emit terrible smells.
So, the 10th thing on the list here for the top 10 ways that people have died masturbating. A woman was found dead, and her cause of death was she was using several frozen sausages to pleasure herself.
Did she die of hypothermia?
Probably. That would be my guess.
So, ladies, you got to thaw them out first.
Thaw them out. Or just find a dude.
Let them reach room temperature.
I'm sorry. If
you're tossing frozen bangers up your fucking cooch, it ain't your day.
Well, let's be honest. If you are of the female persuasion, there is a very good chance you don't have to look very hard to find somebody who can pour a better beer than Phil. Holy shit.
That's the beauty of being a chick. No matter who you are, what you do, or what you look like, there's some dude out there who's willing to fuck you.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. It's just the nature of dudes. We just went over this list of things that dudes died putting their dicks in. And think about it. If you want to compete with something that kills a man, it's not that complicated.
You ain't competing with a tractor.
How I could just kill a man.
So, yeah. I think that's pretty safe to say. I'm not saying that every dude is going to bang you.
No,
the chances of you finding one are pretty great.
I've worked in bars for a long, long time. And the 2 a.m. beer goggles are real. Like, I've seen dudes that, and this is not disparaging anybody, but let's just face it. We all have our lot in life, and I know where mine is. I'm low on the totem pole. But some of these dudes are, like, they're pounding some quality ass out there. Like, sure, I'm sure that they were fucking wretches and cunts and just miserable bitches, but they look good, you know. And I know that's not everything. It's what's inside, blah blah blah. Good heart, whatever. But these dudes just would go home with just these fucking hags at fucking 2:30 in the morning, just to pound a fucking hole, you know.
Yeah,
wild.
I've played in a lot of bands and I've witnessed that myself, where it's like, wow, I thought he had higher standards than that, and yet here I am totally wrong.
Any port in a storm, my friend.
Yeah, it weren't raining.
Nah, it weren't no monsoon. That's for goddamn sure.
No, it was not.
It was partly sunny.
Partly sunny with a chance of hell no.
And I've slummed it a little bit for me. And if you can think about it, I mean, for those of you that know me, like, imagine what slumming it is for me. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Once again.
Really, that for you, that's masturbation.
I know what I like. Yeah, well, no, yes. I mean, no, yes. Yeah.
That was my low point, spending time with me.
For some reason, the last, 10 times I've jerked off, I have to, start crying before I can ejaculate. It's weird.
I have to punch myself in the balls.
No, I don't have to do that. I just have to think of something really hurtful and painful, and I start to cry, and then I can actually get off. If not, it's just, you know...
Well,
it's not. It just turns into an al dente noodle after so many strokes, and I'm just like, ugh. So now I have to think of really sad shit, like my life and my life and my life, and I just start to cry, and it works.
Well, you know, whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
If that puts you in the mood, then.
Well, I didn't say it puts me in the mood. I mean, I can get myself in the mood. It's just I can't finish unless I'm crying. And I mean real, crocodile tears. And just something about it. I mean, when those tears start to flow down my cheeks, I guess I can finally finish. Finish him. Finish him.
I'm slacking on the drops tonight.
See, and that's something that...
Finish him.
That's something that if you listen to the podcast with Eric and Mike, the OGR guys, Eric's like, you say the weird. Why do you give so much information about yourself? Like, well, I'm honest, and I think there's something to be said for my honesty. Nice.
That's why.
Don't you think so, though? It's refreshing.
It is. Regardless of how disturbing it is, it's still refreshing.
But if you think about it, here's the thing about life, everybody. No matter how fucked up you think I am, I'm nowhere near.
No.
Like, if you had a level of fucked upness from 1 being a person who's not fucked up at all to 100, and those are the most fucked up people on the face of the earth, just fucked right up. I'm a solid 17.
Yeah. Yeah. We've had some 80s on the show, I think.
Oh, fuck yeah, we have.
But yeah, no, you are nowhere near that level of fuck-upness.
Oh, no. I mean, I share my thoughts, too, that are on my brain because I think incessantly, and I wish I could stop sometimes. I mean, there's times I need to stop my brain, and I think that's a lot of why I drink sometimes, because it keeps everything to a low roar, because in my head, I've said this before, it's almost like there's 37 different fucking televisions playing in my head at any given time with 37 different channels on.
Yeah.
And my mind races, and I had a hell of a time sleeping because I spent a sober weekend, because I do that about once a month just because it's good for the mind, body, and soul to recover a little bit, I feel like. And plus my liver enjoys it. And I didn't sleep on Saturday night. I was up at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, slept from 2 to about 4, woke up at 4, couldn't sleep at 5, so I got up and made the said bean soup that I talked about. So here I am at 5 o'clock in my kitchen making fucking ham and bean soup.
Well, you know.
Which is grounds for epic farts, too, by the way. Holy Christ.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, I had a night, I pulled a muscle in my back. I couldn't sleep. So I got up about 3:30 in the morning, and, we've got every streaming service pretty much known to man, right? Still nothing on fucking TV at 3:30 in the morning.
Have you watched, are you a Kevin Smith fan?
Yeah.
So on Amazon Prime is Jay and Silent Bob Ride Again or whatever. I watched that the other night. That was worth a while.
Was it?
Yeah, it's made in 2019. It's not the best of, but you know, for me, like Mallrats and Clerks and Chasing Amy and Dogma were like movies that really shaped me as, I don't know, not really shaped me, very influential to me because they were good. They were a big part of my life. So,
Dogma is a great movie.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, one of my favorites. Chris Rock is great in it. It's a great movie.
I agree. And the people that are in it, the star power.
Yeah.
And then have Alanis Morissette as God.
That was pretty solid, too.
Would she go down on you in a theater?
But, yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen Dogma, get it because it's just a great movie to make you think.
Doesn't it become more and more relevant as time gets more and more fucked up?
It seems that way, yes. It definitely seems that way.
Kind of like Idiocracy.
Yeah, well, Idiocracy we're living in, I think, right now.
We are in the middle of that and shits right now.
Yes. So, so I don't know how long this episode should be, seeing as how we have already released 4 hours of content this week.
That's not all I released. What are we at right now? We got to be at what? An hour almost?
Yeah, we're at 57:08.
We can probably wrap this up. I don't have much more to say.
Yeah, I don't either. I do want to thank Eric and Mike for 2 awesome episodes this week.
We love you guys.
Like a 3-hour
tour
barrage of
a 3-hour tour. Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a faithful podcast.
It's odd because you don't even know this yet, but that's exactly what I uploaded everything with.
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm not shitting you.
Why are we so deep inside each other? We do this too much. You and I are well over 100 hours together.
Finish that thought because you just said
so deep inside each other's minds.
Yes, thank you.
Minds. Why are we so deep inside each other's assholes? Maybe I should get an extension cord and bare the wires.
Get out the sausages.
Get the hot sauce in the leaf blower.
But, yeah, I was about to have a talk with the wife after she listened to this episode.
No, deep inside each other. We do that a lot now.
Yeah.
We're just in tune, man. We've been, this podcast, not only 100 episodes, but 100 hours almost worth of content, too.
Of content?
Yeah.
I mean...
100. It's 100 hours of content, all released on 7:30 in the morning on Mondays.
Yes, we have things that we release and things we talk about on our podcast.
Sometimes I can't release unless I fart. So I'm actually releasing twice.
I'm releasing right now as we talk.
I see it. I see your vinegar strokes. I've seen into your soul.
How many hours prior to this week's releases? How many hours do you think we're at?
Prior to this week's releases? 85.
94.35 hours of
Are you
content.
shitting me?
I'm not
94 hours worth of content.
So by the time this releases, by the time our Tuesday episode next week releases, we'll be over 100 hours of content.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. And for all of you who have listened to all of it, I love you, man.
God bless you.
Fuck you, man. I love you.
I don't
Holy
know how
shit.
you've done it.
I know Katie has. So Katie Taylor used to be McConaughey. Cookie has. Cookie's our historian. He just shared one of or posted one of our links from a quick trip from like 12 quick trips ago.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cookie. We love you. We can't wait to see you at the live event October 2nd.
Yes, live event October 2nd. It'll start approximately 7 p.m. here at the Silver Tavern.
We are going to cut it off after 3 hours this time, though.
If we're sober enough.
Wait a second.
So.
That's putting on rules? Restrictions?
Question mark rules?
We don't do those.
Our only rule is we can't do the podcast while the Roomba is running.
No, and the second rule is we can't have any rules.
We don't have any rules that my mom knows about.
I love, just to pull back the curtain too, that both Eric and Mike were like, what are we going to talk about? Like, don't worry, we just hit roll. They didn't believe it could work, but I think they were believers by the end.
Yeah, they were. Well, when you go for 3 hours of just bullshitting, and when we got done, they're like, wow, we didn't talk about anything, but yet we went for 3 hours about nothing. And it's like, yeah, that's the way it works.
It's just how it goes.
You know, when you're going at 7:30 on a Monday, that's just how everything kicks off.
It's an underserved market, and we identified it, and we decided that we're going to fill it because we look for holes that need to be filled all the time.
That's what we do. We service markets. Sometimes we get serviced by markets.
And sometimes get serviced while at the market.
And sometimes it's just, it's just my mom servicing us.
She makes
and the Roomba.
And then she serves us meatball sandwiches.
Sometimes my mom, she has this stick on a suction cup that she puts on the Roomba, and she says so it's so she doesn't fall off.
I've had 2.5 different women give me blowjobs, and my mom's still the best.
Oh boy! We should probably wrap this one up.
All right.
We're over an hour.
He's Adam Filkins. I'm Phil Nickel. PNA Podcast Express at gmail.com. Pineapple Nipple Arsehole at gmail.com. Please email us. Share with your friends. Tell everybody about our podcast. We need more listeners, please. Make good choices.